Welcome back to Radio Row, New Orleans Convention Center, Super Bowl 59 this Sunday. Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. And our next guest is a man who knows a thing or two about winning this one because he did it when his Pittsburgh Steelers knocked off the Seattle Seahawks in his hometown of Detroit. The bus is making a stop right here. Jerome, nice to see you again, my man.
Man, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
It's so good. Been a while. Hey, you know what? Before we get into football and stuff, I want to talk about family, right? I follow you on Instagram. We know the story how you went back to Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Got your degree after, 30 years or something, right?
Yeah.
Your kids playing at Notre Dame, Jerome Bettis Jr., I mean, how special is that?
Man, it is beyond special because not only is he back there, my daughter, she's a sophomore there at Notre Dame, so I've got both kids at the same school. But it's special to see my son about to embark on this journey, one similar to the one I went on. So I'm a proud dad, to say the least, and I'm looking forward to see what he can do with his opportunity.
You know what the sad part is, in a way? And it's not sad. It's more scary having a daughter, and, you know, they're always your babies.
Always.
Like, I mean, my daughter's like 31. She comes to visit from out of town. I'm telling her, get in the back seat, right?
That's right. That's right.
It's like, they're always your babies. But then here's the thing that scares me, and this will probably scare you. You remember what you were doing at their age, and you're like,
that's right.
Oh my gosh,
that's right.
They're not babies anymore.
I want to police her. Unfortunately, I can't. I've got to let her.
Yeah.
Let her develop and let her grow and let her, make mistakes. But you don't want to, right? As a parent, you're trying to protect her from all of that, but she's got to live her life, and that's the hard part. Because there's some roadblocks, and you want to try to protect her from that, but sometimes they got to hit their head over the wall a little bit.
How tough was it watching Notre Dame lose in the final?
It was tough, because we were good enough to win. The frustrating part was, we got behind there. We couldn't affect the quarterback. And I think that was part of the problem, that they had that run where we couldn't, I think the quarterback was 13-13. And so if you allow him to go and play 7-on-7, you're going to struggle. And that's what happened. We struggled. And then we got so far behind, then we had to we came all the way back, and then we just didn't have enough. Yeah. And so it was disappointing, but in the same breath, you feel good knowing that the program is on that uptick and that they should be back there multiple times in the near future.
Marcus Freeman, Coach Freeman, I've had obviously just seen clips and interviews and all that. You probably have a lot more firsthand experience, but from what I've seen, I love this guy. Like, I love he's got an integrity about him, an accountability about him.
Yeah.
And there's no BS with them, right?
Right.
He just kind of speaks the truth. He doesn't, come out and all these fancy phrases and this and that. He just tells you the goods. And he's a guy that I look at and I go, man, I think this guy's going to be a great coach when it's all said and done.
Yeah, he's genuine. He's organic. And so the way he talks to these young men, it resonates, right? They get it. They want to play for him. And I think it's because of his youth. I mean, he's a young guy. He's not even 40 years old. So I think the energy that he presents and he comes with and the passion that he has, the players feel that, right? And they exude that themselves. So I think that the school and the program is in a great place, and it's a great person at the helm. So I'm excited to see what this team can do in the years to come.
Jerome Bettis is our guest. Yes, the bus is making a stop right here at our location at Radio Row at the New Orleans Convention Center. When I mention the word Super Bowl, what comes to mind? I mean, because, dude, there's guys that kill to win it. You won it, but you did it in your hometown as well.
That was special.
And here's the other thing, too. A lot of times, these kids that come out of college 2 years, a year, they're in the Super Bowl. You paid your dues to get there. You knew how hard it is to get there. I mean, it was almost like a dream come true.
It was a dream come true. I mean, to be able to get to the Super Bowl, but also to do it in your hometown. I mean, that was incredible, the opportunity there. So I think when you think about what it entails, right, in terms of you're not getting to the Super Bowl with just, one or two guys playing well. I mean, the entire team has to play well, and you got to play well all season. In the playoffs, you got to take it up a notch. All the things that you got to do to get there, and then you got to win it, right? And so for me to have that opportunity to do all of that and then to win in my hometown, it was more than a dream come true, right? It was the opportunity of a lifetime. And, I'm still on cloud nine because of it, because that you can never take away.
Yeah, it's always there. And they talk about that brotherhood and the fact that you're going to walk forever and you have teammates. And, that's the big thing. And to do it, like I said, to do it in your hometown, I mean, it's just so special. This Sunday, what are some of the questions you want to see answered? Because I'm thinking you're probably watching the running backs, and, man, Saquon
You better
Barkley,
believe. I want to know who's going to dominate the line of scrimmage, right? The team that controls the line of scrimmage, both offensively and defensively, is a team that's going to win this football game. Because you got to think, Kansas City, they want to control it. Their defense, they want to stop that juggernaut that is the Eagles' running game. So they want to stop that, but they also want to run the ball themselves. That's a part of what they do. And so the Eagles, they need to stop the Kansas City offense, right, at the line of scrimmage, force them to be one-dimensional, and they need to run the football themselves. So I think the team that wins the line of scrimmage battle is a team that wins this football game. I will say this, though. If it's a close game, if it's a three-point game, tie goes to Kansas City.
Tie goes to Mahomes.
Goes to Mahomes every time. Every time.
Saquon Barkley, what makes him such a special back?
He's a prototype. He can do it all. That's why he's special. He can run for power, right? You need 1 yard, he can get that 1 yard. If you need him to get to the outside, he can get to the outside. If you need him to break one, he can break one at any point on the field. If you need him to catch it out of the backfield, he can catch it out of the backfield. He is the prototypical running back. When you draw it up, that's what you want him to look like, just like Saquon Barkley.
It's scary. We were talking with the guys from NBC's Pro Football Talk, Florio and Sims, and they did a podcast prior to the Washington game. They said, you hold Barkley to 120, it's considered a win.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
for sure.
That's how much of a weapon this guy can be out there. Here's the other thing I want to ask you, because everyone always talks about running backs and running, but there are three elements to the game. Running passing routes, blocking. How do you look at Barkley as an overall back? Because when I think of some great overall backs in the days, I think a guy like Marshall Faulk, right, could do all three facets. But how does Barkley rank in terms of his overall game?
I mean, he's great overall. I think when you look at him as a receiver, I think it's probably maybe the one catch the ball that he dropped in the Washington game early in the year that you can only point to. Outside of that, he's been magnificent catching the football. And when you throw it to him down the field, he catches the ball as well. So him blocking, you see him, he's putting everything right into it. He's stoning guys at the line of scrimmage in the blitz pickup. That's when you know you got someone special.
And you know what?
When he's willing to fit in there and get up in there and get his hands dirty in that pass protection. That's when you know you got something special.
And here's the other thing too. I'm glad you mentioned that, because when you do get your hands dirty, you know who notices? Those five guys up front.
You better believe it.
And when you get the ball, you think they're going to have that little extra, because he's one of us now.
That's right. They appreciate you.
Yeah.
Right? And they're going to go to bat for you.
Yeah.
And just like you saw when those guys, both of them hurt. They hobbling out there. But you know what? They know that you putting it on the line for us.
Yeah.
So guess what we're going to do? We're going to support you. We're going to put it on the line for you. And that's what they showed, that, hey, we with you too.
You got any skin in the game on Sunday? Any guys that you want to see win? Any coaches,
Saquon,
relationships?
I just want to see the running game win, because what happens is, it's a copycat league. And when they see it, they say, uh-oh, we need to go back and do some more of that. We need to see that, and we need to do more of that. And so that's what you see happening once you see the win.
Well, before we let you go, what is keeping the bus busy these days?
Well, it's going to be getting to Notre Dame quite a bit this season, next season coming up. But my foundation, the bus stops here, foundation and what we do. We work with underprivileged and at-risk kids, and we're doing so much incredible work, and so many things that we're excited about. Our Cyberbus program, and so we're off to an incredible start for the year, and excited about what's happening going forward. Anybody want to know about it? It's the busstopshere.org. busstopsherefoundation.org. Sorry about that. And just see what we've got going on. So
Bus, always a treat. Thanks for stopping by, my man, and
Thank
taking
you.
time out for us. And tell Jamal thank you as usual.
Absolutely. You know it. My pleasure.